Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial where I'm going to be showing you how to build using walls in Minecraft and what you can do with walls in general. So without further ado, let's get into this episode of Minecraft Building Basics. So here are all the different types of walls all laid out as seen in the inventory, and you can see there's a wide range of stuff. There's no wooden walls of course, though those would be quite useful, but wouldn't really make sense compared to the other ones. But yes, there's quite a lot of variety, so I'm going to show you what you can do with just the regular wall, not like going into any of the textures or any of these blocks. I'm just going to be showing you what sort of shapes and interesting structures you can do with the walls. So let's get into it, because we've got this little circle here, and you can see if we got rid of the walls, it would be like that. Pretty boring. And if we did this, it would be a square, so that doesn't work. But if you want to do a 3x3 circle, this is the best way, using some walls. And I know you might be able to see there, but if you're doing it to some sort of pillar, it looks absolutely fine, and it's the best way to do it. So that is a really useful technique. And also on a bigger scale, with a larger circle, you can use walls to smooth out the transition. Instead of having a very sort of blocky circle, you can have a slightly smoother shape. So what can we do with this sort of circle? We can make a nice little well design like this, and I mean, you wouldn't be able to do it without the wall. It would just be like a normal Minecraft boring well if we didn't have the wall. So what else can we do with wall? Now looking back at here, I looked at how we've got these gaps in between. We can see I've put that to good use here. So we've got this nice sort of lighting underneath these walls, and it gives this really nice effect. So you can see we've got this sort of grid pattern of deep slate, and then we've got this sort of lava almost looking like sort of shroom light underneath. You could put lava and it looks really cool. I don't know exactly what you'd want to use this for. I'm sure people could come up with some uses, but this is one thing you can do with walls which I see less often in building, which I think would be quite useful. You could also do it as a sort of ceiling pattern, well, like just below the ceiling, as a sort of rafters pattern. That can work really nicely as well with walls. So now something slightly more obvious you may have noticed, you can use it very well in pillars. So you can see we've got this new circle pattern again, and now we've got a more sort of cross shape like so, and then we have that going up through it, which gives this nice little pillar. It's not circular by any means, but it's an interesting pattern, and you can do another design right over here, especially using nether bricks, because they have a nether brick fence as well. You can make this nice sort of inward and sort of pillar which goes inward at the middle, which is quite good for elven style. So if you're wanting to do an elven building, you can get, for example, some stripped birch log, some sandstone, and then birch, as those are the blocks which go best. So we'll get those, and you can do a nice little sort of elven pillar for the side of a building, and that looks really nice. So that's one thing you can do with that. Now, this is another thing you can do with walls, which is a bit of weathering, or sort of texturing if you like. So this is weathering, which is what I call texturing with the same block, really, but it's just a different form of it. So we've got some wall in here, which basically makes it look sort of a bit more broken down, and you can do this with the same with sort of stairs, but I think wall works really nicely at this to give a sort of cracked feel, instead of having to actually mix in any other blocks other than deep slate. So it's just as expensive as it would usually be, so you don't have to get any special blocks like, say, blackstone or tough bricks, which are going to be very useful in the future. And I'm planning for my next video to be on probably the 1.21 blocks coming out and how you can use them, because I think that's going to be really cool. So do stick around for that, and do subscribe actually, because I'm getting very close to 200 subscribers, and I would really appreciate it if you could just click that one button very simply and subscribe to the channel. Anyway, so the last thing we have here is a window design, and this is another thing you can do with walls. If you look here, we've got 3 stairs, and 3 stairs at the top, and we've got some walls here. It's a really nice castle window design. It's a bit more fancy than your usual window, which is why walls are perfect for this, because it just is a different shape of block in general, which means it looks fancier. Because if we have this sort of slightly different shape, not just fully blocky, we can make a bit more depth to the whole build. And using this, and maybe putting in a bit of texturing or some gradients into the wall behind it, we can make a really nice effect. So that is all I have got on walls for you, but if I missed anything, do tell me in the comments down below, as I'd love to find out any techniques you can do with walls which I don't know of. And be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as it would really help me out. And thank you once again for watching this video. If you are interested in watching the others, I do have a playlist on my channel page, and they're all to do with like basic building technique. So if you're someone who would like to benefit from that, do check out my channel. Anyway, I hope to see you all in the next video. Goodbye!